I promise a life for my people. I promise a peace for all people. Peace, peace.
Hey Earl.
Testing. Oh man, hang on.
He'll turn it on when the music go down.
True Rastafari. Why you want to stay? Find your body in the world. My people suffering in this old world. They are too down. There is no equality. We will never be unequal. We'll never be unequal. No equality. Stand up for yourself. Stand up
For yourself.
for your right.
Hey.
For yourself. For your right.
That's me.
New generation for peace. We want to get you out of your eyes. For our people love each other. Stand up for yourself.
Hey. Stand up for yourself.
Stand up for yourself.
All right now. Hey. I want to welcome you to the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com and iHeart Radio Station. Hey, it is a beautiful day in Chicago, even though we're in the fall, aren't we?
Yes.
All right, we are in the fall. I want you to know that Intellectual Radio streams 24/7 on your smart device with internet access with 70 shows and with over 70 hosts and 150 co-hosts. Listen, this radio station, you can only get it if you have a smart device. If your device is not smart, you need to trade it in and get you one. Radio.com is where we entertain and feed your brain. I am big and beautiful. I am fat, ooh, but oh so fabulous. But most of all, I am cute and confident. I am the big sister of Rhythm Flow Radio, your host, Katie Lowe, and sitting to my immediate left,
It's Teresa A. Moore.
we're happy that you're exploring internet radio, www.intellectualradio.com. Listen, we got a great show lined up for you today because we're going to do what they call What's Trending on Facebook. And let me tell you, now I should say on social media because it's trending. Most of the stuff is trending all over the place. If it's on Facebook, it's on Instagram. If it's on Instagram, you know it's on Twitter and all the rest of them, Tumblr and whatever. Okay. But I just talk about the main three: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. There is so much that is trending. Thank you, super producer.
Er,
There is so much that is trending, from sports to the White House. And we're still talking about that crazy man that went out there and shot up Vegas. He's
mm,
still trending. Nelly is trending. Harvey Weinstein is trending. Even OJ
oh,
Simpson is trending. I wonder, is Earl Winfrey trending? Nope. Well, he's not trending, so we won't talk about him today.
not the super producer.
Okay, but the song that brought the show on is Hosni Bronx, and it's called New Moment. And you can buy that song on YouTube. And I played that song to bring the show on because it's a show that deals with what's happening in the moment. One of the things that is happening in the moment, they're still talking about Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
And finally, somebody has got it straight. And they understand what the protest is about. I want to do this. I want to talk about this and get it on out the way. Because somebody discovered that the protest is not about the flag. I mean, they just discovered this. It is not about the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay? It has nothing to do with Star Spangled Banner, even though that's a messed up song.
Yes.
And if you haven't learned to interpret it, I want you to pull it up. I want you to Google the Star Spangled Banner. If there's anything that you don't understand about, Google the part that you don't understand or the words that you don't understand, and you will get the true concept of that song. It's going to tell you about what them darns early lights is really all about. So you Google the song. I'm not going to go in there and start talking about it, but I want you to Google the song. But somebody just found out that the reason Kaepernick took a knee is because of racial injustice. That's what it's all about. And everybody thought it had to be, it has to do with the flag. And it had to take 45. I'm not Donald Trump 45. I don't call him Mr. You know what, but I will call him 45. I will call him Donald Trump. It took that stupid move that he made last time when he called them some SOBs. It really took that to get people to understand what this is all about. You don't have anything to say on this? Or you haven't been
Well,
following it?
well, yeah, but now that, after everything, after he made the initial stands and he had nobody with him until something happened
He had
regarding
somebody with
a
him.
few.
Yes,
But
he
then
did.
everybody else came along after a job threat or something. No,
Everybody really came along and start getting involved once Donald Trump made the statement that
exactly.
they were a bunch of SOBs.
Right. So they didn't stand with him immediately. They stand with him
There were
because
a
they
few
were
that stood with him.
insulted by
That yeah,
the 45.
yeah.
So and then now people are kind of taking a knee here and there, but what are we really what do we do for a real solution? I mean, we've been protesting for 70 years now. I don't know how long.
Okay. Let me say something. We've
Yeah.
been protesting for 70 years. Okay, if you want to say that.
Yeah.
We've been protesting since the death of Emmett Till.
Yes.
Okay. That movement has been going on that long. And before Emmett Till, they beat him. There was another young black man that they did the same thing to. And before them, there were a lot more, but there wasn't a lot done. Okay. But after the death of Emmett Till, I will say, for as I can remember, That's when the civil rights movement came alive. Now, without the civil rights movement, without it coming alive, where do you think that you would be? See, I know where I would be, but I'm glad that movement came alive and
I
generated something.
understand it begins with that movement, but then
Somebody
now,
had to do something.
yes, but now it's like we got to step it up a couple of notches. I don't know. I'm trying to be real.
It's good to say we
real.
have to step it up, but
Yeah.
it's good to say we have to step it up,
'Cause
but don't step it up
But
and don't do anything about it.
understand something. When we were brought over here many centuries ago, we were brought over here as slaves, cattle, whatever they want to use us for. And so now we're going to ask them to do right by us now, when the original means for us to come over here was to be used whatever way they wanted to use us. So we're asking them for freedom now. We're asking them for equality.
So what should we be asking them for?
We shouldn't be asking them for anything. We should be getting ourselves together. And we should not want what they have. We should make our own way.
Why come we shouldn't want what we have? We created created what they have.
No. What I'm saying is, say like, the Oscars and all of those things, we want to be recognized by them. We have our own, we could create our own awards. We can create our own cars. The things that we want, we can create them, but we got to have a focus. And I know finances is the power, has power in this system. And we can't just take the finances that come to us and squander them on the things that they make. I think this generation is coming alive with creating their own clothes, growing their own food. I see some things going on in the conscious community that they're waking up to creating their own way, because asking the ones who put us in this situation to give it back to us, it's not gonna work.
Okay, let me say this. Without a movement, without a protest, you're saying, why should we ask them? We're not asking them. We are protesting. We are fighting, but we are doing a protest that is a silent protest. It's not bothering anybody. It's not disturbing anybody. It's not radical. Okay? But this protest is making a statement. I don't know. Maybe, we're two different. We're two different individuals.
Right.
We have two different opinions. I think this protest with Colin Kaepernick and the statement that Donald Trump made by calling them some SOBs, I think it has taken a new stance. And when I say that, because more people are getting involved. Okay, I mean, even the coach, I think his name is Jerry Jones. He just did that for politics. Okay, he probably didn't mean it in his heart. Okay, and then you got to look at, when you look at the NFL, I bet 60%, maybe 70% of the NFL, the players are black.
Right.
Okay,
Right. I mean,
those players have just started coming together, taking a stance. See, Kaepernick and this other guy did it first, but now you got all the rest of them that are joining in. Okay, and it's an insult.
After they have been insulted, they start.
Well, sometimes it takes an insult to rattle your brain.
Well,
think about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's a distraction. All they have to do to get our attention away from what's really going on is just say something that we disagree with, or call us a name, say something about us, and all of a sudden now we rallying because we were our feelings are hurt. This was politically incorrect to say this about us, this group, and all that. And
so what should we do?
Around and around and
okay. Tell me, what should we do?
Ignore them when they try to ruffle our feathers. when they say little things, when they do.
When you call, wait a minute, wait.
They've been calling us.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me just say this, and you
for a
tell
long
me,
time.
with the president of these United States of America
He let you know.
that was wait a minute, that was elected. These are a bunch of, these are educated men. These are no dummies out there playing professional football. These guys are educated.
I hear you.
Now, and they make good money.
Mhm.
Okay. And they're probably wise consumers and great investors. So when you get in front of the public
Mhm.
and call me an SOB, I'm supposed to turn my cheek and look the other way. I'm not supposed to have a voice. Tell me. I'm going to listen to this.
Well, one thing I can respect is he has said right in our face where other people will throw the rock and hide their hand. A lot of people are right in your face acting like you're cool with them, but they're prejudiced too. At least you know where 45 stands.
But if he calls you an SOB, you just going to.
I've been called names and ignored the person that called me names a many a times. But what I'm saying is it cookie?
You're going to turn your hand. Now, but
well, I mean,
I'm saying, but wait a minute. Let me say, this is a group. This is a group. This is the NFL. 70% of these players are African American. He's going to get up and insult them.
Right.
Okay. And this is where everybody can hear it. So you're telling me that they're supposed to turn the other cheek.
I'm not saying they're supposed to turn the other
cheek. What are they supposed to do?
I mean, do something that makes a difference other than get mad and say, "Oh no, you didn't," and have something to say. And it's nothing that's really truly going to change. All of this is a distraction. I continue to say it is a distraction from what's really going on behind the scenes that we have no idea about. So now we're focusing on insults instead of getting ourselves together and preparing ourselves for what's to come.
Okay, well, all I'm going to say is I'm gonna leave the subject alone, but I'm going to say this. I am so glad that because of President Trump 45 being disrespectful to the NFL, I'm glad that it opened up their eyes and brought them together. I am truly appreciative that because he called them SOBs, that somebody woke up and found out really what the protest was all about. It wasn't about the flag.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the song.
Right.
It has to do with racial and social injustice. So, maybe.
And we came here, over here with racial and social injustice. It's not anything that they're trying to give us justice for. They brought us over here for a purpose.
So you don't think that since they brought us here, our ancestors here, slaves, that we made any advancements through civil rights?
We're asking them for what we can get ourselves.
Okay, tell me how we gonna get it.
Coming together, quit buying their products, quit, wanting to be a part of what they have going on and create our own. We have the freedom to do that. We do have the freedom to do that. We're still trying to be up under them and want them to like us. You know how you just want so bad for somebody to like you?
I don't know. They don't have to like me.
No, I'm talking about a person. Oh, you want their approval. We're still, as a people, looking for approol from the slave.
Maybe you are, but I'm not. I'm not.
I think you got me twisted.
Well, you're the one who's saying that.
This is what has been going on.
You're saying
distracted by the little things that they say instead of what they're doing behind the scenes. Oh, he called all of us SOB. Oh, we're gonna do this. This flag is the protest is not about the flag. Oh, what I'm saying is we are distracted by what they're doing in front of us.
What are they doing? What are they doing? I want
talking. The stuff they're doing, calling us SOBs and getting our attention with the things that they're saying. And they ain't talking about nothing.
But you're saying that we should look the other way when they call us.
We look the other way. I'm saying that we should get ourselves
together. Can you play this back?
We should get ourselves together.
Can we run this back when she said that we're supposed to look the other way? We're not supposed to get upset. We're not supposed to take an action.
And quit looking for their approval and their giving us our due justice. They're not going to give it to us. This is what we were brought over here for, to work for them, to slave for them, to do for them. And if you think slavery is over, it is not.
And we know that. And that's why we're doing this protest right now, because it's not over.
That ain't the answer, but anyway.
Tell us what the answer is. You the co-host, tell me what the answer is. If we're supposed to sit back when we are called out of our names and say nothing and let it happen, tell me what we're supposed to do, because I want to know. I need to know.
Well, I guess we can talk back and see what results we'll get. I mean, we've been talking back for a long time. I want to see. Okay, yeah, let us talk back.
I want you to wait a minute.
I want to see what results we get from talking back.
Hold on, Teresa. I'm gonna tell you to cut our mic, because I'm gonna say what I got to say.
I'm finished.
Now you done rattled my brain and you got me stirred up, and I'm finna back up off my seat.
All right.
Now you said President Trump called them some SOBs, and they weren't supposed to do anything. Hold up. And they weren't supposed to do anything. They did the wrong thing. I said, but yes, you did. You said they weren't supposed to do anything.
Okay.
That's what you said. Mm-hmm. Even somebody else in the room looked up when you said it. So I'm asking you, what are we supposed to do? I want to know. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. And I could be, because I'm not perfect. I'm not right all the time. But tell me, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to look at this subject? That's all I need to know.
The way you see it.
But
the way you see it. I mean, if only we can get some real results about our reactions to things that
how are we to get those results?
Well, so far protesting hasn't been that successful.
They protested in the 60s, and a lot of things changed.
And
they're protesting now.
We have taken so many steps back since then.
Okay, tell me some of the steps we've taken backwards.
The crime rate.
The crime rate. This listen. The police. Wait a minute.
Kill us
I agree with you. The police do kill us, but honey, there are a lot of black on black crime out there. There are a lot of young black men that's out there killing black men.
The crime rate all around.
So that ain't taking us back. There's some fools out there who are doing that. That ain't got nothing to do with protesting. That's those fools.
Well, you know what? I say you're right.
Girl, don't make me preach up in here.
Let us continue.
Do you protest?
No, I don't. But let us continue with protest.
You know what? I'm gonna ask you something else. And then I'm gonna leave this
protesting, because I think maybe it is making progress that I don't see. There's a lot of things.
Do you vote?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Been voting forever.
Okay. I want to know, how should we protest? Well, I asked, I mean, what should we do to get shot in the back? What should we do? That's what I asked. Because I'm going to come at you when you say something.
Everything we do, we shouldn't be talking about, or what we should do. So this is what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. I'm going to say this. I'm glad.
We shouldn't be showing all our hands. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I'm glad that the NFL, the young men of color in the NFL, and some of the other men have decided to, whether they take a knee or hold a hand or cross the arm, I am glad that they have finally found out to understand what Colin Kaepernick taking a knee was about. That it was about social injustice, that it has nothing to do with the flag. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with the national anthem. It has strictly to do with social injustice. We're going to be back in a minute. I want to remind you that you're listening to the #1 internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, an iHeart radio station, and this is Rhythm Flow Radio. I want you to enjoy this next song. This song is called Tears. It is by Blair Davis, and this is a protest song.
Well, Sandy, the analysis provided by the St. Louis Post-Dispatch shows that events surrounding the shooting of Michael Brown happened in less than 10 seconds. Ferguson officer Darren Wilson was not far from the Angela Green apartment.
There's nothing Hands up, blue sky. Hands should never get me a shine. This pain is so unbearable. The day you were born is so foolish. Just as honesty tears are the hardest if that's the word that could possibly explain. Tears are the highest expression. Should be if there's a way that could possibly explain. Tears are the highest expression of my pain.
Shots fired. Suspect down.
Okay, Teresa. All right, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you back to the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com and iHeartRadio. That was The Sound of Tears by Blair Davis. And you can find that song on iTunes along with New Moment by Hosni Bronx. Okay, listen. we're talking about what's trending on Facebook. So we just if you missed the segment, we just got through talking about Donald Trump and the NFL. Now the second segment, it's gonna be about Trump again, but this is really funny. This is funny. This is about the Trump women.
Oh God. Oh God.
Listen, I know women will have cat fights, but you look at, I think Melania and Ivanka. I hope I'm pronouncing their names. So they're two Trump women. I think Melania has the three oldest kids. Ivanka has a little boy. Well, the other day they were interviewing Melania Trump, and she called herself the
I
first
think that was
lady.
Ivanka.
And now Melania Trump, Ivanka is his wife now. That's who he's married to. They have the young boy.
Okay.
They're in the White House
You ain't
together.
got him switch. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
Now I ain't got it mixed up.
Okay.
Melania is the wife he's divorced from. So he's married to Ivanka, right? I guess. Is that right? I don't know. Maybe it's backwards.
Yeah,
Maybe it's backwards. Maybe he was married to Ivanka, and maybe now he's married to Melania.
I just say the ex-wife.
The ex-wife, anyway, she called herself the first lady.
Mhm.
The ex-wife, the one he's divorced from.
Mhm.
She called herself the first lady on an interview.
Yeah.
And she told him, she said, honey, I have the number to the White House, a direct number, and I can call him anytime I get ready. Because I am the first lady. Well, you know, a lot of people, they just looked over her as this is a publicity stunt. They didn't pay it any attention. Well, I want you to know there was a little cat fight behind that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Say what?
I saw.
There was a little cat fight behind that.
Mhm.
And you know, my thing is, I think a real woman probably would have looked over that. I'm serious. You know, when we as women, we talk about, okay, I can carry this conversation over into Harvey Weinstein. charged with sexual assault, and now he's being charged with rape and everything. But my thing is that into these catty little things like this, everybody know who the first lady is. They know who in the White House. So I mean, they just look past that. But look at Harvey Weinstein and the stuff that's going on in Hollywood with him. Here's a man of power. Now he's what is that? A filmmaker, a playwright, a producer. I mean, this is a man with nothing but power. And now he's been charged with sexual assault. But the thing is, he admitted that he made these mistakes and said these things. He admitted. Now, he ain't admitting to the rape. But he was saying that during the 50s and the 60s, there was free love, drugs, and sex.
That's what they said around the time Bill Cosby
Huh?
was
Yeah.
accused
I mean,
of
listen.
doing all of this stuff.
You look back in like
Wasn't it?
65, 66, 67, 68, even in part of the 70s. They were smoking the best weed.
Exactly.
I mean, they had shoe boxes. They walking around here with 2 finger lids. People had shoe boxes of weed. And they had I think they had like Acapulco Gold. They had the good stuff. You like hit this stuff once or twice and you high. They had all kind of pills. They were doing it up. They were doing blues, teas, mollies. They had everything. And they were drinking the wines like, I don't know if Boone Farm was back then, but they was drinking that sangria. That was a popular wine back then.
Now you think he's gonna get the same whipping that they put on Bill?
No, he's not gonna get the same whipping because he's a white man, and I ain't afraid to say it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
He's a white man. Now he don't get the same kind of whipping. But I'm gonna say this: if you are a baby boomer, or if you know anything about boomers from back during especially around 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, maybe even all the way up to maybe it's 75. They know that there was a time like, shoot, you sleep with Larry tonight, and you sleep with Harry. That's the way it rolled. So a lot of these women who are bringing up stuff, say from 30 years ago, and talking about, they were sexually abused. I'm not going to say that there weren't rape back then. But a lot of these women, they need to come clean because they know that was an era. Free love, sex, and drugs. It was going on.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I grew up with 4 boys, 4 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They taught me a lot of things about men. Okay. And we as women, we have to be strong. There are some men, they can pick out the weak woman. They can pick her out. And they can pick her out by the way she talks and the way she carries herself. Okay? Then they can pick out the one that's insecure. Because she has to do something to get attention. Okay? And a lot of times, some of them insecure women, it's a certain way they are dressed. They will dress provocative, not saying that because they dress that way that they're asking for something, but they will make a man pay a little bit more attention to them. And then if they're weak and they're just like that, they better watch out. Now, a strong woman, she don't play that game. She's not going to stand for it.
So, well, we still talking about the
We're talking about Weinstein. Yeah. Okay. And it can even we can bring Nelly into this conversation because they just charged Nelly. They had charged him with rape. Okay. All of this has to do with sexism. It has to do with sexual harassment. Okay. sexual misconduct. Okay, all of the here's Weinstein. Here's Nelly. I don't want to talk no more about Cutie Pie, my friend, or Usher. I don't want to bring him in no more. I'm gonna leave him alone for a while. I'm gonna leave him alone for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that, you know, no woman deserves to be sexually harassed. No woman deserves to be disrespected. But if you are a strong woman, you will not allow a man to disrespect you nor harass you. Now, what do you think about that?
Well, yeah, that's true. But okay, what are we saying? Are we talking about the person that is accused? We're talking about.
We're
No.
we're talking.
All of this stuff is allegedly right now, right?
Yeah, it's alleged,
so-
but I'm just saying that what I'm saying is that say you work in an office environment,
Okay.
and there are and your boss, a man who is powerful, you want to keep your job. Would you allow him to sexually harass you or say things to you that were salacious?
No. No.
Okay. You'd quit that job and find another one, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't sue him?
I probably wouldn't know if he didn't touch me. See, it might be a fight or something.
He doesn't. You don't have to be.
Physical fight.
You do not have to be touched. You do not have to be physically touched to be sexually harassed. Okay.
I can ignore words or I can check words. I mean, it wasn't a sexual situation, but you know, even if somebody come at me wrong, they get a shock. Really, I'm like, man, I still got this job.
Well, you know what?
I mean, before I know, that's just who I am. Before I know it, I'm responding to how you came at me.
Mhm.
So I really can't. Yeah, I have to work on some entrepreneurial things because I'm not afraid of people taking something from me.
Mhm.
No.
Well, you know what? I used to. I'm not a flirt, but I'm one of those that I believe in giving a compliment where a compliment is due. And if you know, I drove CTA, so I worked in the public, and guys would get up on the bus, and I had a regular route. And when I would see them and they get on the bus and maybe they've gotten a haircut or they dress real nice, I gave them a compliment. But sometimes if you're a woman, you might look at that compliment as being sexually harassed.
Now that's some new stuff.
Think about it. Think about it. You go to your job.
If somebody compliment me on my hairstyle, thank you.
But some women might take that as sexual harassment.
Well, they something wrong with them.
I'm just saying.
You
go to your job. You go to your job. Say you done got your hair cut and color. You got on a nice suit. You look a little bit different today. And you walk in the job and your boss say, "Wow, Teresa, you sure look nice today."
Thank you.
He's giving you a compliment, but you always got glory over there. Girl, he just sexually harassed you. Did you see that?
I am not that one.
Okay, but
so
that's
easily moved by.
That's the way some of them play it.
That's why I was just saying earlier. We move by what people say too easily.
But I'm saying in a sexual harassment, I mean, this was such a big thing that when did they come out with those laws in the 70s, 75, 76, 77? They came out with federal government came out with laws, sexual harassment laws.
Yeah, they was trying to make it difficult for anybody to interact and communicate with each other.
Well, Anita Hill was wait.
More stuff right there.
Anita Hill, she was the grandmother of sexual harassment. Because I mean, it came that movement came out of what happened with her and Clarence Thomas. Okay, I mean there are some overtones to it. So that's what I'm saying. That we have to be careful how we decipher information, how we accept things, how we I guess how we comprehend things when people say stuff to us.
Now you know it's a mind game being played when they even made all these rules and saying this is past this point is all of a sudden is sexual harassment. So and it's just like disciplining your child. What is the fine line between chastisement or spanking and a outright beating? Beaten.
But that's totally different from sexual harassment.
No, what I'm saying is now they have made the rules. They have changed the rules, and now we don't know what's going on.
Well, it's okay. Sexual harassment can also be if you come to work every day and a guy says something about your breast or your behind or something, which is unwanted.
I ain't got time like that.
Okay, which is unwanted talk, and he does this every day. How long can you turn your head?
If I don't answer, I don't know who he's talking to. I'm looking over here. I don't know
what if he says Teresa and call your name?
It's more than one Teresa Brown there somewhere.
Okay. You look at it
a total. Will not respond.
Okay. You look at it a total different way.
He get too close to me. If he in my personal space, he get in my personal space, then we're gonna have problems.
Okay, but when does it become sexual harassment? That's what I'm asking you. To me, I already know when it is.
Whatever the new system says it is. Me deciding to take an action on things, I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in office. So.
It is.
Yeah, and I have never had those issues. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, it happens. And Weinstein, like they, in so many words, he went to work and his board of directors, they had got rid of him.
Right.
I mean, they've taken his name. They've removed his name. Okay.
You always got to have a fall guy. Maybe. We're chastising him.
I don't know if he's a fall guy because, like Bill Cosby, he didn't admit to it. Okay, but this guy he admitted to it. He had a spokesman on Good Morning America, and you're not gonna believe this.
They can say those
The spokesman was Gloria Aldrich's daughter.
What did 45 say he do to the women?
Oh, he said he grabbed him by the you know what?
Yeah, so I mean,
okay.
So okay.
This was
they can say those things. They can admit to things.
But I mean, he's admitting to have sexual harassed these women. He's not saying I didn't do it.
45 say he grabbed them.
Well,
he just didn't say the word sexual harassment.
45 turned it around. 45 turned it around and said it was locker room talk. Okay. That's how he cleaned it up. He said it was locker room talk.
Locker room talk about how he get down.
Yeah.
So that's how he get down.
Okay. All right, listen, you're listening to the #1 internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, and iHeart radio station. Hey, we're gonna be listening to another song, and this song is gonna be by Tony Red. And since we've been talking about sexual harassment, I'm gonna tell you that you will not harass me because you have to treat me like a lover. Come on, Earl Winfrey.
To hurt you, no one above you. You are my man, but lately I've been feeling sad and just a little lonely, craving your love only, wishing that you would understand. If you wanna keep me, treat me like a lover. the TV. Well, now, what about me? Don't you want to rock my world? Rock my world. Treat me like a lover. I'm not some tried and true. It's a matter of time. 'Cause I need to feel you. Baby, so strong. Don't do me wrong. Don't you make me wait too long. Treat me like a lover.
All right, I want to welcome you back to the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, and iHeart Radio Station, and you're listening to Rhythm Flow Radio. Well, you know, we're talking about what's trending on social media, but I want to remind you that today's show is brought to you by Oval Cleaning. Oval Cleaning Inc., professional cleaning service, commercial and residential, carpet, windows, floors, and more, office and post-construction. Call my friend Mike for your free estimate at 708-528-6825. That's Oval Cleaning for all your cleaning needs. Well, this lady that I'm going to talk about next, she has the hottest topics on TV.
Mhm.
But now she's a hot topic.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about none other than Wendy Williams.
Oh,
Oh, and this is so none of my business. I have no business talking about this. But you know, she's always in everybody's business, telling everything. Make me feel like I'm a gossip column today. But Wendy Williams' husband, Kevin Hunter, now this is on social media. Is leading a secret double life. He's carrying on an affair with a 32-year-old massage therapist. Oh, I wonder what she massaging. Oops, did I say that? He moved into a $765,000 house just 9 miles away from the New Jersey mansion he shares with his TV host. She's 32. He's 46. And Wendy's about 53, right?
right.
I wonder is that true?
What?
I wonder he manages. He's her manager, right?
Correct. They have a business.
They have a business.
According to the
That sounds like a Mary J. Blige thing, don't it? You know, her husband was her manager. But I wonder, you think this is true? Or do you think this is just some gossip?
Well, you know, they do run away with stories sometimes, but you know. I mean, they show where he was at the house and with the lady, but no one knows the relationship for real, you know, what's really going on, but she gets pregnant, you know.
Oh, who get pregnant?
If the lady gets pregnant.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Wendy.
Well,
I just wondered if this story is true. I mean, it's been all over the place.
Mhm.
And say husband is wearing a large diamond on her engagement ring finger. But Wendy say, don't you worry about this. No, she didn't say it. Her publicist says that they are all friends.
They are friends.
That's what he said. The spokesman for Wendy Williams denied that the husband was having an affair. He said 1 plus 1 does not equal 3. They ain't having it. And he's saying that, they were friends and that he's not messing up on Wendy.
Maybe they have a secret understanding. That's that world that they live in.
Oh, you talk about that Hollywood life?
Yeah, they might have something going on that they are not. She's not upset. She's not up in arms about anything because she probably understands what's happening and just that it slipped out into the public and she's like, don't worry about us. Maybe they have something that they have an understanding about. That's why she said, don't worry about it. Mind your business.
Well, she caught him cheating in 2001.
And then maybe they sat down and talked about it or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
The Hollywood thing it is what it is. When you look around, people are breaking up and going and switching up and doing all kind of stuff.
Well, I guess in Hollywood they do that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. They switch partners and okay. You don't have too much to say about that.
Mm-mm.
You watch Wendy Williams?
Every now and then I,
Yeah,
catch the
okay.
show.
I know how people have their favorite talk show hosts that they don't want you to say too much about. I was just
No,
wondering.
I like the real.
Oh, the real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that the one with Cheryl Underwood?
That's
Oh, that's the talk.
That's the
Oh,
talk.
okay. All right. Okay, so much for Wendy. I want to say Dove has done it again.
What?
Did you see the Dove commercial?
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think it got off the ground, but
Mm-hmm.
it was on social media where the lady had the t-shirt on, and by the time she got to taking a shower, she changed colors.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really, it's been out there a lot. It's been all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
A soap that's soap giant accused of racism over a body wash. That you start off with this body wash. I don't know. Were they trying to say if you're black and you use this body wash that it's going to change your skin complexion?
I think people had interpreted to say, but because of the way they positioned the 3 women,
Okay.
But they always doing stuff. That's what I'm saying. We're still shocked and surprised about the things that they do, and I just don't understand it. I really just still at this
Wait a minute.
point,
We're still shocked and surprised about the way who.
the way the people view us, the way they,
Shocked and surprised about the way they view us, because okay. Let me say this.
Okay.
I'm not shocked and surprised by the way that they view us, because if we read in the history books, even though the history books that they have in the schools is not the true history of America, celebrated Columbus Day.
No, we didn't.
Well,
didn't.
you're an American. You can say you did, but most people celebrated Columbus Day.
Okay.
The true story about Columbus, you will find out Columbus is not this man that they said he was. He was a rapist. He was a robber. He was a murderer. He was all the things that that American history has hid. Okay, all of the stuff in the history books that they have changed. That is why this country is tearing down statues, trying to make amends. But there is something that I always remembered, and they said history will repeat itself. And we are in a move where history is repeating itself. Okay? Donald Trump, when he got elected, he woke up those racist people that had been hid for years, that kept quiet. So since he woke them up, we can't afford to sit back and be asleep. Okay? So if you think that we can sit back and be quiet when they're out here doing things and not protest or not say anything, we're not going to get anywhere.
You're right.
Okay. So we as a people, when I said we celebrated Columbus Day, Monday they did celebrate Columbus Day. It is on your calendar. Not celebrated it, but it is a federal holiday that's on the calendar along with the rest of them. Even though they have painted a picture of this man as being all these great things, and now all of a sudden history wants to tell the true story. So that's what I'm saying to you when you say we didn't celebrate. It is a national holiday.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that clear. I'm not saying that you celebrated it. I'm just saying as a whole. Okay, there's one more thing that I want to talk about. Oh, did he shake his finger at me? The next time, boy, you shake your finger at me, but they say you will end up with a nub. Because I'm going to take that picture off. Um, there's one more thing. I want to talk about this young lady, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave it. I want you to go and you read the story. It's about the former, well, he's a former now, Miami Dolphins assistant coach. You can go and you can read this on Friends Who Like Rhythm Flow Radio. While we're all out here, while we're out here looking at the things that Donald Trump is saying, while we're out here not supporting Colin Kaepernick, and we should support him in his cause. Miami Dolphins assistant coach married, had him a mistress. And while he's in the locker room, you can go read the story. He's tooting cocaine. Okay? He should have took a knee. But instead of taking a knee, he took a toot. So you can read this story on Friends Who Like Rhythm Flow Radio. His black side trick outed him. She told the story. She put it on social media. And she said she put it on social media because it had a lot to do with everything that was going on with Colin Kaepernick and the things that Donald Trump was saying about these African American men. She outed him. Okay, listen, I want to thank everybody for logging in and enjoying the show today. I sure didn't talk. I never think I'd like to talk about gossip, but boy, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking about that gossip today. I want to remind you that I am responsible for my actions, my behavior, and my words. I take responsibility for everything I say and do. I am the creator of my destiny. I can't blame others for things that happen to me. Today, I am accepting responsibility. Life is like a camera. Just focus on what's important and capture the good times, develop from the negatives. And if things turn out, and if things don't turn out right, just take another shot. You've been listening to Rhythm Flow Radio on the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com. And I want to say, if Tuesday is your weekend, enjoy your weekend.
Just got off of work and I just got forward to the parties, I can hardly wait. Been waiting for the weekend like a holiday. Working all weekend, now I'm ready to play. Tonight is the party, are you ready to go? We're gonna let our hair down, take it to the floor. If you don't wanna party, you can hit the door. We're gonna shake our body down and move the road. It's the weekend. Me and my friends gonna drink all the juice and gin. It's the weekend, we're here to party, baby. It's the weekend. Me and my friends gonna light up the party. It's the weekend, we're gonna party, baby. Now it's time to party, leave your worries behind. Got your party to the beat and everything will be fine. Don't worry about my rent and how the bills is so high. Just living for the weekend, let me tell you why. Tonight I'm gonna get it started and that's the show. Gonna wear this mini skirt and take it to the floor. If you don't wanna party, you can hit the door. Cause we're gonna shake my body down and move the world. It's the weekend. Me and my drink all the juice and gin. It's the weekend, we're ready to party, baby. It's the weekend. Me and my friends gonna light